Good morning, beta. I will be sending along with this particular explanation a video also to give you the introduction of subject and verb agreement. First see the video and then see what am I going to teach you in the workbook. Now to teach all this on the board will be a difficult task. So I'll go word by word in the workbook and explain to you each and every rule of subject and verb agreement. Listen to the explanation thoroughly first and then try to solve the exercise. So in my lecture I have already told in the video what is the meaning of subject and verb agreement. Let's start off with the point-to-point explanation of the rules of the subject and verb agreement. Now we begin from here, dear. When a sentence has two singular subjects joined by the conjunction and the verb must be plural. Now, we have variety of things which we join with the conjunction and. This conjunction helps us in joining a list of variety of things. Now, when we use the conjunction and there is a variety of things. Remember, there is a variety of things. That means I'm talking about different things. Then my verb will be plural. Like John and Mary. John is a different person. Mary is a different person. Have not come today. The conjunction and has been used. But these two are different people. That's why have has come. I cannot say John and Mary has not come today. Let's see the next one. Wheat is a different commodity. Rice is a different commodity. Barley is a different commodity. But when I join them with and, it helps me in joining the list over here. So wheat, rice and barley are cereals. Okay. So a variety of things and the conjunction and being used, you use a plural verb. I've given you a list of plural verbs in the video lecture. Note it down in your workbook. Now, let's go with the next one. When two or more nouns represent a compound noun of one person or thing, then the compound unit is thought of as singular and takes a singular verb. I said over here there are variety of things. But in the next case also and will be used, but I don't talk about a variety, I talk about the similar kind. Like the first example has been given for us. His friend and benefactor. Now the friend and the benefactor words have been used for one person only. He's a friend as well as the benefactor. Now both are indicating towards one single person. That is why has been used. Similarly, the case is with compound nouns. Remember, bache, this highlighted word has to be remembered. Compound noun. Compound nouns are words indicating towards dishes also, towards food we eat. Like it has been given over here, bread and butter. Bread alone eaten, butter alone eaten, both would not give you that much of satisfaction to the palate. So these are taken as one unit when it comes to breakfast. So a unit will come. Though it has been joined with an, a unit will come. Like if I have to cite one more example of compound noun, I would say rice and curry. Alone curry you can't eat. Alone rice you can't eat. Cups and saucers, they are a unit, dear. Cup and saucer, not cups and saucer, cup and saucer. These are compound nouns. They are interlinked. So compound nouns, even if they have and in it, you have to use is with it. Now, here comes again one more rule to be followed while taking into consideration subject and verb agreement. When the sentence begins with an introductory there, when you have a there in the sentence. Okay, if the sentence starts with there, you have to see what are we talking about in the next part of the sentence. We're talking about a dreadful accident in the first case and we're talking about 40 students in the next case. So the verb will agree only with these subjects. A dreadful accident. A means one. A is used for singular. So a means one. So the verb which was used was. 40 students are many. That's why the verb what was used for. What is used is over here are. So when a sentence begins with there, please see what is written at the back. If it's singular, you take a singular verb. If it's plural, you take a plural verb. Let's go to the next part of the workbook. Read and read and read thoroughly so that it gets into your mind better. It has to be remembered that this particular thing takes this much. Now be very cautious with what I'm teaching over here. A lot and plenty of. These are determiners, dear. When I taught you determiners, I taught you quantifiers. Okay? And I taught you countable and uncountable nouns also. Countable, which can be given a number 1, 2, 3. Uncountable, which I cannot write with it 1, 2, 3. Okay? Now keep that in mind. Now listen to me carefully. A lot of. If a lot of is used with countable nouns. Okay? A lot of people can be counted. 1 person, 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. If this can be counted, I will use a plural verb. Okay, I will use a plural verb. But see the last sentence now. Now there is over here water, bacha. I cannot say 1 water, 2 waters. That's an uncountable noun. So what do I do? With the uncountable noun, I use is. Though both the places a lot of was used. But if a lot of is used with countable nouns, it will take a plural. And if a lot of is used with uncountable nouns, it will take a singular. Remember that. Remember this to be very cautiously. You have to remember this. Now again we'll go with plenty of. Plenty of things. Again, plenty of with the combination of a countable noun. Plenty of with the combination of countable noun, you will take a plural. You will take a plural verb. But if I say there dash plenty of water in the river, but your water is uncountable, so I will say there is plenty of water in the river. So both lot of and plenty of, if they use with countable nouns, we take the plural verb, and if we have uncountable nouns being used with them, we take a singular verb. Be very cautious with this. Now next one. If we use the word number of, we always use number of with countable nouns only. I cannot say a number of milk, a number of money. I cannot say a number of wheat. I can say a number of cars. I can say a number of accidents, a number of people. Only and only I can use number of with countable nouns. So obviously if I am using a number of with countable nouns, then the verb which I will be choosing would be a plural one. Okay? So this will always take a plural. Which word? The number of. Because number of cannot be used in any case with the uncountable nouns. Now comes another very important part of subject and verb agreement. Collective noun. Now collective noun is the name given to a group which has one of a kind of things or animals or humans. One of a kind. ये नहीं कि घोड़े को गधे को मिला दो और फिर बोलो कि ये वन ऑफ अ काइंड है. घोड़ा घोड़ा होता है, गधा गधा होता है. ओके, सो इफ आई हैव टू से, आई वुड से अ गैलेक्सी ऑफ स्टार्स. Stars are one of a kind. Now when I used my word galaxy, that's a collective noun. Now I will not cite an example over here. I would say a galaxy of stars dash discovered a new galaxy. Let me write, bache. A new galaxy of stars dash discovered. Now here the word a indicates to one single unit. So what's the unit? Compound noun, collective, not compound noun, collective noun. If there is only one collective noun and I'm written over here, then my helping verb, my verb would be singular. Was. A galaxy of stars was discovered. But again, if I write many collective nouns, the galaxies, if I write, okay, the galaxies of stars. So immediately the effect will be coming over here. Then I would write were. The galaxies of stars were discovered. But these are like, this is a singular collective noun. This is a plural collective noun. You saw what effect came over here. But if I don't write any of these, I write only stars. Immediately stars is plural, so were will come. Stars were discovered. Okay, keep this in mind. One collective noun with a in front of it, then it will take a singular verb. Many collective nouns will take plural verb with it, and no collective noun, only the item, only the one of a kind item, what we talk about, then we use the plural noun. Let's proceed with the next one. Here comes a dozen. A dozen has how many number of children? It's 12. 12 units are there in a number. So a dozen always indicates a plural number, so it takes a plural verb. A dozen of eggs are there in the refrigerator. A dozen of bananas were bought yesterday by my mother. So dozen has 12 in it, so we always take a plural verb with it. Now let's come with the next interesting fact. This chapter is actually very interesting because it teaches you so many different things over. So many different things. I will not go beyond this particular page. In the next lecture, I will be sending the next explanation there. Okay? So next comes when we talk of a pair. Okay? Now, a pair of eyes. है तो अपने ही दोनों, लेकिन है कितने? दो. So I would be using it as a pair. If you talk about scissors, they have two blades, but it is one unit. If you talk about pants, trousers, दो हिस्से हैं, but it is one unit. So be very cautious when you talk about a pair of trousers, a pair of scissors. We talk about them as a single unit. एक ही है बेटा वो. अगर आप shoes लेते हो, okay? If you buy shoes, do you wear only one and roam around? No, not possible. So this is a pair of shoes. Costs me 1,000 rupees. So when you talk about a pair of a thing, which is inevitable, मतलब एक दूसरे से अलग करोगे तो single entity में there is no value for it, then I will use for all these singular verbs. I will use singular verbs. Listen to the examples given over. There is a pair of scissors in the drawer. There is a new pair of shoes. See, is being used over here. There was a pair of trousers in the laundry. There was. Okay? Now the same words, agar mujhe plural bolna hai, if I have to use this plural of it, then I will not say a pair of. I will directly say scissors, shoes, trousers. मतलब एक से ज़्यादा हम बोल रहे हैं, जैसे बहुत सारे scissors है, then I would say scissors. बहुत सारे shoes है, then I would say shoes. And बहुत सारे trousers है, तो I would say trousers. In that case, where a pair of is missing, it takes a plural verb. See, are, were. We used a pair of, we used singular. We did not use a pair of, we used plural. Same goes with here. A pair of new shoes is shoes were. A pair of trousers uses was. and trousers only were. So when you negate a pair of and you write directly the plural of the unit over there, so you take the plural verb. Keep that in mind. Okay. Certain names cannot be used in plural. Certain naming words cannot be used in plural because they are the names which have been given to an entire kind of things like clothing. Clothing may pant, shirt, salwar, chudidar, t-shirt, jeans, leggings, jeggings all come under the category of clothing. Footwear में boots, chappals, slip-ons and wedges and stilettos, all these come under the category of footwear. Crockery में your plates, your cups, your saucers, then serving bowls, all come under the category of crockery. Cutlery में forks, spoons, knives, all come under cutlery. Furniture में you have variety. You've got the settees, you've got the sofa sets, you've got the recliners, all come under the category of furniture. These names are never ever used in the plural form because it's one name given to the things of a similar purpose, used for a similar purpose. We always take singular with them, was and is. The furniture in her house was beautiful because I don't use in English the word furnitures. Rubbish. You can't use the word furnitures. The stationery used in our office. तो stationery में क्या आता है? Pencil, erasers, pens, markers and scales, rulers, everything will come under that category. So is will come, bacha. Remember this. Okay? Now here comes a very interesting thing. News. The word news means is the full form, is an abbreviation of north, east, west, south. That clubbed together is news. Because it is ending with S, that doesn't mean it is plural. Okay? That S stands for south. So when news is an abbreviation, can it be plural? I can say one piece of news, two pieces of news. But I cannot say newses. So when it is not plural at all, so it will always take the singular verb. Go through whatever I have taught till page number 30. I have to in detail give you the explanation. That is why I have opted to teach only one particular page per lecture so that it gets into your mind. It's a very, very important topic because when you writing skills also, when you formulate your paragraphs and your essays and your reports and articles, you always make an error in your subject and verb agreement. So please take this into consideration and listen to what has been taught right now, and later on you will solve the exercise on your own. Thank you, dear.